Hi everyone, this is Attorney Lillian and I am here today with your Tuesday tip. So typically when you file a marriage-based green card, you present evidence of your relationship. You may have an interview. If you do have an interview, this is where the fraud investigation usually is triggered, is from the interview, okay? So if you have an interview, this is why I have a whole video on preparing for marriage-based green card interviews, because this is where the investigations are triggered. Okay, so typically in the US, if you're filing for a green card based on marriage, you and your spouse must appear for the interview. The officer will question you and your spouse. And sometimes they question you together, sometimes they question you separately. And when they're questioning you separately, they're really trying to figure out if your answers match. Okay? So if you go to an interview and you and your spouse give different answers to basic questions. So for example, if the officer asks how you met and when you met, were you introduced by someone, and you and your spouse give two completely different answers, well, that's a red flag. Right? That's a red flag that the officer is going to note. They don't even know when they met each other. They don't know how they met each other. They don't know, where the other person was living when they met each other. They don't know how long they were dating for. So those type of questions really is important to get right, because if you don't, red flags. Just know there's a potential that the officer is going to send your case to the fraud unit, and they're going to do the investigation to see if you and your spouse actually live together, actually present yourselves as husband and wife, actually present yourselves as a married couple. Okay, so what does it mean to present yourself as a married couple, and what does the fraud investigation unit actually do to find this out? Well, remember, this is a branch of the government. The government has access to almost everything that you have done, right? When you fill out government forms, housing, food stamps, any of those things, when you fill it out, USCIS has access, right? They can get access to that form. And if you have a lawyer, this is the important part now. If you have a lawyer and there's a home visit, please call your lawyer and make sure they know that you're calling because there's a home visit, right? The USCIS is literally at your door. Don't call them after. Do not call afterwards. Call while they're still at the door, okay? Because it really does make a difference. Sometimes having a lawyer on the phone makes people behave differently, right? Knowing that what they're doing is not just being heard by you, seen by you, that your lawyer is also there listening, taking notes. Those make a difference. So let's say you have, you came to the US with your ex-husband, you two lived in the US with your kids, and then you ended up separating and divorcing. Now you're married to someone else, you live somewhere else, right? Your kids live with your ex-husband. The question becomes, does USCIS believe that you two are actually, not in a relationship anymore, that you are actually married to this person? If they have questions about that, they may do a home visit to your ex-husband's home where your children live, right? So the home visit may not just be at your marital home. They may also do a home visit where your children live, where your ex-wife or ex-husband lives. Right? So it is, again, like I always say, if you actually are in a marital relationship with your spouse, if you two actually do live together, if you two actually meet the requirements of a marriage-based green card, which is living together, building a life together, there's really nothing to worry about when it comes to a fraud investigation, because what, they're gonna do a home visit and see that you two live together and that, you know, most of the closet is taken up by you or your spouse, right? They're going to ask your neighbor. Your neighbor is gonna be like, yeah, they live here. I don't really interact with them, but yeah, they live there. They're going to, you know, they're going to do those minor investigations and see that everything you've been telling them is the truth. Okay, so that is your tip for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and share it. If you know someone who needs to hear this, go ahead and share the video with them. If you like what I'm talking about, like the video. And if you're watching in a place that you can subscribe and you do not want to miss any of my uploads, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I am Lilian Chukura. I am the lawyer and owner of Lillylegal, where we help our clients get status for themselves and for their family using the U.S. immigration law system. Thank you. Bye.